Hi, I'm your host, Erika Podcast, and welcome to Evolve by Erika, the podcast, where we talk all things spirituality, ascension, health, wellness, and beyond. I'm so excited that you are here. Come on in. Hello, guys, and welcome back for another episode. I'm so excited to be here today. I have my dear friend, Kundalini sister, Anna, on the podcast. You guys have met her before. Here she was on an episode a few months back, and she also came on the Evolve community to talk all about what she's doing now in styling, which is so exciting. So I'm excited. Today we're going to be talking about her closet edit, why it's important to live a clutter-free life and how that supports us spiritually, the importance of style and the impact it has on us and our energy. And I'm personally really into this conversation lately because before my spiritual awakening, I was all about style and fashion. I loved going shopping. That's like what I did on the weekends. And I was into like all the trends, all the things. Growing up, I loved all the designer things. And then I had a spiritual awakening and I kind of just like didn't care anymore because I had this profound experience within myself where I was like, who cares about anything earthly when there's this energy that we can tap into that feels better than anything I've ever experienced before. And it was like this deep fulfillment of energy that I just never felt before. So I started to like care less about that. And throughout my journey, I feel a lot more embodied now. I was living very much in my upper chakras, very much in that higher space. And I've worked to ground that energy because we're not just spiritual beings. We're just not human beings. We're both, right? We're humans having this spiritual experience. And over the last, I would say 2 years, I've really grounded in my energy to bridge the 3D, which is what we're all living in right here and right now, and the 5D, which many of us are tapping into. And in this journey, I started to retreat back into the beauty of fashion and the beauty of this physical realm and how it can feel really nice and beautiful to play in this space. And I think there is also this shift from like my masculine energy now more honoring my feminine energy and the energy of wanting to feel beautiful and put together beautiful outfits or things that just help me to feel more tapped into the flow, the feminine, I guess things that are just like less productive, but more art filled, honestly, looking at it that way and just seeing it as a form of expression and an expression of my inner energy and wanting to, feel beautiful as I do within myself outside too, and wearing things that make me feel that way. So it's been such an interesting journey. And I think it's a very cool conversation to have because we definitely have had programs around spiritual people or teachers or, they shouldn't care about how they look or they shouldn't care about finances or bringing in money. And it's like this new age spirituality where we can harness all of it and really be able to be all of those things and tapping into the multidimensionality that truly lives within us. So it's been a goal of mine to be a little more organized in my physical space and in my closet in particular. In the past, I was absolutely a hoarder and maybe not like a legit hoarder, but I had a hard time letting go of things. And it's been nice to let go of things without an attachment because everything holds energy. Being able to let it go creates space for something new. And I haven't been buying things until I let go of a certain amount of things, which feels nice. Just to continue to create space. So Anna has actually inspired me so much to have fun in this realm and tap into the beauty of fashion and styling and also take into consideration that everything's energy as well. So the things that we wear hold a frequency. And something that's been very important to me that I've shared with you guys is the fabrics I wear, the intention behind clothing. I've been trying to go a lot more natural and organic. Although my whole closet definitely is not that, because it's so challenging to find pieces for every occasion that can match that standard. It's been an objective that I'm moving towards, and it's felt really good investing in pieces and companies that it might be a little bit extra money for a sweatsuit or for underwear, but I know it's organic and I know it's cotton, and it's not really playing a toll on my frequency. If I'm waking up in the morning and I'm eating well and I'm meditating and I'm chanting and I'm doing all these things to maintain a high frequency, I then don't want to put on clothing that's going to interrupt that. So it's been a really big part of my journey lately, and I'm excited to have Anna on to talk all things styling, closet edit, and more. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you on the other side. I'm so happy for you to be here. Anytime Anna, as I shared in my intro, anytime Anna and I are together, it's just like a vortex of energy. And it always reminds me of how powerful our practice is, because we're like mirrors for each other, and you're a teacher as well. And like you, whether you know it or not, in those moments, share so much of the teachings and just reflect to me all the things that I know I need to do in my heart. Yeah. So I'm just so excited to be here. Right before we tuned in, Anna was like, "You look different. What is it?" Yeah. And I
what are you doing? Share with us.
And
share the links.
She literally sees that my practice shifted.
Yeah.
She sees in me that I've recommitted to an earlier and deeper practice. And that's the only thing that I could think of, because it hasn't been long since we've seen each other, but that's the one thing that's changed.
2 weeks max.
2 weeks, yeah.
But you look totally different.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But you do some face reading a little bit, right?
I do, and it's more like the energy.
Yeah.
And it's truly not something I'm seeing, but it's something I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like it's what I'm getting from you. It's almost like your magnetic field in contact with mine, and that's what I catch on. So cool. I usually can see when usually it's when people are closer to me. I can see when they are off or when they are like shifted, and it's not something that it's just it's just a feeling.
Yeah.
And then I'm always vocal about it.
I love that.
Like, oh, I'm feeling you, like you're brighter, you're more radiant right now, you look even more beautiful. Like, what are you doing?
The answer is Sudarshan Kriya.
Oh God,
the one that was given to me by our teacher.
Yeah.
And the one we resist a lot. Sometimes we resist it, but it feels really good. And honestly, I've felt such a difference after starting to practice. It's just been a week. I already feel such a shift just committing to one practice every morning, and the sensitivity increases. I feel more in my body. And that's
how long are you doing it?
11 minutes. 11 so minutes. I'm starting with cat cow, ego eradicator, 11 minutes of Sudarshan, and then long Ekunkar.
Yeah.
But I also want to add in more. Like, this is a thing. It really depends on how early I wake up. I don't have a baby yet, but I do have Bam Bam. And he has a wake up time, and he will just bark until I go downstairs and greet him and walk him and all the thing. Yeah. So if I know I have more time, if I woke up super early, I'll add the Sarabandundes in there, which are like the up dog, for those of you listening, like the up dog, plank, like the plank, up dog, and then down dog, kind of like the sun salutations in a way. Yeah. So
those are all like very deep and I would say more advanced practices, but they do the work.
Yes, they do.
They do work.
For sure. What have you been loving lately?
I'm going to be honest here. I slacked a little bit on my practice the past 2 weeks. Just a lot of work, doing a lot. And it was good because this weekend it brought me back to, why am I not feeling 100% right now?
Yeah.
And what am I not doing to shift my mood? And I totally figured that was my practice. And although like I have the mantras all the time, but I wasn't really sitting down and doing the subconscious work, there's nothing that can replace that.
I know.
You really need to sit down and do the work. So yesterday, I'm like, it's Monday, let's go back to it. So I did cat and cow, ego eradicator, Sarabandandis. I did it with Guru Jas.
Nice.
Yeah. So 3 minutes of each.
Yeah.
And then we did Feast of Anger. And then we did a radiance meditation.
Oh, nice.
Which is a beautiful one.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of breath work. But that already shifted my whole day.
I know.
And then today again. The thing is commitment. You have to do it every day.
So
even
true.
as practicing many, many years, the 2 weeks that I slacked and like I was doing one day here, it's already enough, especially in the world that we live, to bring your energy down.
It really is.
Yeah.
There's just so much that, and I don't like to put all my energy this way, but there is a lot that's working against us.
Oh my God.
There's so much work. Like it kind of feels like everything's working against us except our own conscious mind, conscious thoughts, and our practice.
Yeah.
Because even, we want to eat healthy, but even having access to truly healthy, clean foods is a challenge, and that really impacts us. So I look at it as just something that I have in my power to work for me and with me to boost me.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like if I don't do it, I feel so different. If I do it just enough to say I did it, it's still not enough.
Yeah.
And then I know, like, if I'm feeling like I'm stuck, if I'm feeling just unmotivated or dense or heavy, it is wild waking up a little bit earlier, as early as I possibly can, getting to the practice. It's a whole different reality.
Yeah. And what I felt during these weeks is that I was quite stuck on the negative mind. And one of the teachings is that, so we were born, it was given us the negative mind. So the soul, the 10 bodies, the soul comes first, then it's given to you the negative mind. And the negative mind is completely, we need the negative mind. We need the negative mind to function in this world. But what happens is that we, and again, because the way the planet is right now, we get stuck on the negative mind. And then everything is a polarity. So every situation, there is a negative and there is a positive. But when you don't have enough energy or consciousness to jump from the negative mind to the positive mind, which is one mind ahead, you're going to be stuck on the negative mind. And again, even practicing for many years and having a deep practice, I saw myself stuck on that negative mind. And it was harder to make the jump to the positive mind. And this weekend, I really am like, okay, what are we doing here? We need to get you back to that, to higher levels of energy and consciousness. You need to be conscious about making the choice of leaving the negative mind and looking for the positive mind. Yeah. It's there, but we need to choose to use it.
Yeah. And it takes energy, like you said.
It takes energy because it's so much easier to stay on a negative mind. Yeah. It's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
It's the first mind. It's the first thing that reads the situation. It's your first perspective. It's the negative one. And it's not like God decided to trick us. He was just trying to protect us. It's a tool.
So, oh my gosh, there's so much I want to unpack based off of what you just shared. First being how much energy it takes from going to negative to positive, and how our practice is the cheat code for the energy. So first, it takes energy to wake up and to get to your mat. But that, I'm telling you, for me, it's the hardest part, just like not snoozing anymore. I literally have to think, Erika, you're going to feel so much better. You've never regretted waking up earlier. You've only regretted snoozing. So get your ass out of bed and get on that freaking mat. Yeah. And soon as I do, the energy starts to work through me because my body, it knows the space. It holds the frequency of the space. So the space supports me in getting there. I tune in, the mantras, the movements, everything. So the practice gives us the energy we need in order to be positive, because it takes a lot of energy to be positive on this dense planet.
Yes.
It just does.
And right now it's It's very dense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to get into the density of it to not, but like just where I'm coming from right now, at this moment. We don't need to break it down for them, but there is a lot happening in the planet right now. And we need even more energy to be able to get to the positive.
Yeah.
And I was like talking with my mentor. I'm like, I have the most beautiful life. Why am I stuck on the negative that I'm like really trying to dig for the negative? No practice, not enough energy to jump from negative to positive, and to positive to, and from positive to neutral.
Yeah.
Because that is the end goal.
Yeah.
Is that neutral mind, acting, not reacting.
Yeah.
And just flowing. But it's the practice.
Yeah. It's I see it as our number one occupation and job to work. If we want to live a life a sovereign life that we're choosing, that we wish to live, manifesting our goals, living our truth, living out our dreams, our number one occupation has to be working our energy and working the subconscious and harnessing, activating the energy that lives within us. I want to talk about the neutral minds because it's really interesting when you start to activate that space, how, like, I've done a whole podcast episode on this, but I want to know if you've experienced this, where it's like, what's even true? Like, what is even true? And you come into this very neutral space of you have an opinion still. You're alive. You have an opinion. You have a reaction that arises. But as you tap into the neutral mind, it's like, well, that person's opinion is should be just as honored and valued as my opinion because it's just from my experience. So who even knows if mine is right? Because theirs is right in their mind from their truth. And you come into this space of like, not that you don't care, because you do care, but the focus is humanity, harmony, peace, love, understanding, compassion before anything else. And I think with so much playing out in the collective, there's such importance for the neutral mind right now. Yes.
Well, because is it too much to talk about that? Anyways,
no.
The whole system is it's based on us fighting from right or wrong.
Yeah.
From you're right and I'm
right.
And if you're right, I'm wrong.
Right.
And if I'm wrong, you're
right.
You know?
Yeah.
And people don't know how to deal with that. Reality is perspective.
Yeah.
And my perspective came from my story.
Exactly.
Came from my childhood, came from the way my parents viewed the world and the way that was passed to me. And then my experiences throughout life, that built my perspective. And my perspective will see reality. Yeah. But your childhood, the things that people told you, the things that you learned, your experience are completely different than mine. So your perspective is completely different than mine. So your reality is probably completely different than mine, and it's okay.
Yeah. I think it's so cool to think about that.
But the whole system is based on...
Yeah.
If we all could coexist with different opinions, and that was something Guru Jagat would say a lot.
Yeah.
It's totally cool that you have a different... We need to be able to sit on a table and engage with people that have a different opinion.
Yeah. And still love them and respect them.
And still love them and still have a good dinner if you're in a dinner table.
Yep. It's so true.
And I see myself like in dinner table and just like trying to not talk about subjects that will bring that.
Yeah.
And then it's like the ego is striking. You're stuck on your negative mind. You can't see the positive.
Yeah.
Or you will never get to neutral because you're just like in a fight or flight mode. I need to win this conversation, which is what is real anyways, you know?
Right. What is even real?
Yeah.
It's such a fun journey and it's such a fun time to be alive and to be able to access this within ourselves and hopefully be part of the shift.
Yeah, I just think like we are in a human experience.
Yeah.
So we will have the negative, we'll have the positive, and we'll have that in our journey as well.
Yeah.
Like good things and bad things.
Yep.
But again, everything's perspective. So what is good and bad?
Exactly.
But embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning this past 2 weeks, like just being on that. It's a journey. Is it that serious? Like there are things that are really serious, don't take me wrong, but like small things that we're trying to, that we're gripping on, like, is it that serious? It's a journey.
It's true. And if we could have more fun and more joy and just take things as something. I was just listening to something yesterday. I forgot where it was, but it was probably a podcast. And it's like, if we could just approach things with more fun, more joy, less ego, less fear, that's how everything flows through us.
Yeah.
And it just shifts experience.
I was just saying to my friends, like, I feel like I'm missing the point. Because I'm building a lot, but I'm not having fun. Where's the fun?
Yeah.
Where is the joy?
Mm-hmm.
And again, the joy and the fun we'll find in small things, but just like being present.
Yeah.
And I'm honest, like I spoke to my mentor. I'm like, okay, and now I have all of this, but I'm not really having fun. I'm not really enjoying. I'm just looking for. Yeah. So we need to just take a pause and break. And I did that this week. And I'm like, I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get myself back to the point where I am present. And this is the reality that I have right now. And I need to enjoy it.
Yeah. And it's also, I think, in those moments asking ourselves, like, what is it that we're doing something we like and we're enjoying that can be fun, but we're allowing the ego to steal the joy from it, or the expectation to steal the joy from it, or comparison to steal the joy from it? Or is what we're doing actually not fulfilling, and do we need to pivot? And I think those are like two different things,
yes,
you know, in those moments.
And if you know that you're okay, so let's start with the pivoting. If you know that you're in the wrong path, or that you're doing something that's not fulfilling you, I had that 1 year ago, and we had that conversation. Just plan yourself to make that change. You know, you need to make you need to make a change. Yeah. Plan your life and plan your path to be able to make the change and go do something, and also experiment something new. It doesn't mean that thing will be the thing of your life, and we gotta be cool with that.
Yeah.
But also on the other path, I think it's all of those. It's the ego taking, it's the comparison, it's the always trying to get more, and this is not natural to us. As human beings in the planet Earth game, we're gonna arrive where we wanted, and then we're gonna want more.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's natural. We're here to build. Otherwise, we would be here. You arrive there, and then your life is over.
Yeah.
We're here to build. But I think society brought it to us in such a way, especially with social media now. I think it's taking the best of a lot of people. Even it takes the best out of me sometimes. Yeah. You know, when you get into that rabbit hole.
Yeah. I keep trying to slow myself down. Like yesterday after we worked, I was like, I'm going to spend an hour at the beach reading a Kundalini book, because that's what just like lights my soul on fire, feeling the sun, listening to the waves, and be present in this moment, because summer is my favorite season. And this, like, I look back throughout the year on like a summer day, like those are my core I know, and it's already August. So I told myself August is going to be about more time for just fun, being, enjoying, flowing.
We did this at our house as well.
And it's just so important to do that.
It's the most important, I think. Because honestly, I do believe that everything is of course, we need action and we need the practice. But I do believe that there is something taking care of us at all times.
Yeah.
Given we activate it. Everything is given, we activate it.
Yep.
And then we're missing the point if we're not enjoying it.
Right.
And leaving it a little bit on God wants to help.
Yeah.
Can we let him help?
Leave room for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, instead of
It's so true. It is so
Right?
true. I actually was reading this book on prosperity. I think it's The Laws of Prosperity. And there was a really funny part of it, and I freaking loved it. It was this woman who was like, I'm quitting my job. I'm done. I can't be here. I need to find a new path. And she went to her boss and she told her boss, she was like, I'm quitting. And the boss was like, that's not a good idea. You don't have anything lined up. And like, projected all these worries onto her. And she was like, no, don't worry. I have a really rich father and he's going to take care of me. And the boss was like, in that case, go. That's awesome.
Yeah,
go and enjoy. And she left and she was like, little does he know the rich father is the universe that's going to provide for me and open up these opportunities. And if we could like allow ourselves to rest in moments and know that there is that higher being or force that's supporting us and protecting us and guiding us, but we need to leave room to receive the messages, see the signs, and reassess like what we're doing, where we are, and where we really want to go.
And be open.
Yeah, exactly.
And the practice does that literally, physically, and energetically. It opened the centers. Yeah. I love that because when we're like opening the heart center, the heart center is where you give and where you receive. Mm-hmm. If your heart center is blocked, you're not giving, but you're also not receiving. So the practice, like the cat and cow every day, it's literally opening your heart center. It's so important.
Yeah.
To be able to physically and energetically be open to receive.
Yeah. So true. I shared with you before, and I was sharing with the community before you joined us, how in my journey, when I first had a spiritual awakening, I like stopped caring about fashion and buying things, and all of a sudden was living in like these upper realms. And I would have a lot of teachers tell me like, your upper chakras are very activated, you're living very much in higher dimensions, but you're still here on earth. And you need to, like Guru Joss would tell me, like, you need to plant, you need to put your hands in the earth because you are so just in those higher realms. And over the past 2 years, I've worked on that. And I was sharing how fashion and styling has become such a more dominant interest of mine because of that shift of being so much in the 5D and then embodying this life that is the bridge of 3D and 5D and how we could live in both spaces. And I was sharing how you inspired me so much and how your love for this art of styling and showing up, just feeling the best. And I love your outfit today. You can see it if you're watching YouTube. Oh my God,
I love yours. We're going to have to exchange outfits here.
Thank you.
The thing that you said, the 3D and the 5D, we are that already.
Yeah.
Even if you want to think you can be only on 5D, not on this planet. And if you want to think that you can only be on 3D, not happening either. You are already both.
Yeah.
And I'm very passionate about that. You need to take care of all the parts of your system. You're a system. You have your mind, you have your body, you have your radiance, you have your subconscious, which is of course your mind, but you have many aspects of your system. And if you leave one out of the equation, it's not whole.
Yeah.
And also, like, one thing doesn't go without the other. If you're only meditating and not taking care of your physical body, it's gonna end up somewhere not too good.
Yeah.
If you're only taking care of your physical body and of your like materials and all the things that you can touch, you're not gonna end up in a good place either. It needs to be and I love working with women in fashion because there are so many ideas around it that I don't think are right. And it's just a way it's a communication tool.
Yeah.
It's a way for you to feel beautiful, graceful, empowered. It shouldn't be something that it's scary or that is stressful.
Yeah.
It should be something that you're having fun with it and literally taking care of yourself. And thinking about communication tool, we're always communicating. Like the position of my hands in me moving my head all the time. I'm communicating something. And my outfit, me wanting or not, is communicating something. Like, this outfit is perfect for what I see in your aura right now. It's just like the goddess vibe, the whole like white flowy thing, the golden, even the blue butterfly. It vibes with you. And that's when you get like, okay, this woman has style. I like what she's wearing, because everything is communicating together. Your clothing, your jewelry, your hair, your energy.
Mm-hmm.
So again, one thing is not gonna work without the other.
Yeah, that's so true. So take us through what you're doing right now. You said you're building this beautiful business. I want you to take us through what you're offering right now and give us a preview of some things that maybe can help us on our journey of whether it's the closet edits or the styling. Yeah. Take us through it.
So when I did fashion before, about 6 years ago. And then I went through it for 2 years and then went to corporate. We spoke about this in the last one. When I came back to fashion, I'm like, that's what I love to do. That's what I want to do from now on again. I wanted to make sure that I was including the teachings somehow in what I do.
Because you did teacher training for Kundalini.
A bunch, yeah. And again, we spoke about it already, but all the practice, the teachings, everything changed my life in a big way. And my day-to-day are the teachings. My daily life is rooted in the practice and on the teachings. So it would be very, again, separating, or like if I worked with fashion again and didn't bring that into it. So then is where I came up with the fashion with intention. And everything that I do with my clients now, which is like the styling sessions, the closet edits, I try to bring that. I bring that element of how we're going to use this tool, which are your clothes and your style, to bring you more self-esteem, more personal power, especially for women. And I'm very passionate about this. It's a tool that every woman can use to elevate the way they feel about themselves. And that will ripple and change everything else. So closet edit, styling sessions, conscious shopping, and one leads to the other. So I would always recommend starting with closet edit. And it has a lot to do with the personal growth and your personal growth journey. Your closet edit is going to help you to see where you're at. So you're going to assess your whole closet. And it sounds that it's just like material, but it's not. It's very spiritual when you're, I don't want to call it spirit, but it's very energetically dense when you're working with your closet.
Yeah.
So you're starting to see everything that you accumulated so far inside your closet. And please, just always think about the mind as well. You're starting to see everything that you accumulate and how you organize it inside that space that you have as your closet. And then during the process of the closet edit, we start looking each of those pieces and each piece of clothing, each shoe, each bag, each belt, and saying, do you really use this? How again? Yeah, so yes, okay, use, we're keeping it. No, how long haven't you used? 2 years. And why is it here? I can't get rid of it, or I don't know why I hear it a lot. I don't know. Forgot I had it.
Yeah.
So that closet edit is a very interesting process of seeing where you are right now and decluttering, taking things away that you're not using anymore or that doesn't align with where you are in your life right now.
Yeah.
You may have like a a shirt that you love, but it doesn't reflect who you are right now. So let's move it. Let's take it. Let's create space for something new to come. So the closet edit is a very interesting process. We go through what is going to stay, what's going to go, so what we're going to sell, what we're going to donate. Again, just energy flowing there.
Yeah.
As there is a lot of energy flowing. And the feeling that the clients have after that is just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I feel like I took pounds and pounds of weight from my shoulders. And it's only clothing. It was in your closet for years, probably. And then I'll curate a list or we're going to go shopping together. But then it's like a more conscious process. Because it's not that I see something cute and I go and I buy it. Like, I know I need that piece that is going to work with the rest that I have in my closet already. So it's a more conscious process.
Are those usually like staples, like a blazer or basics or a style of jeans, denim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most, especially after the closet edit assessment, most of the things that I put on your shopping list are basics.
Okay.
That you're going to be able to wear with in tons of ways with the other pieces you have on your closet. And I usually call them the hero pieces when they're like not the basics. It's something that it's going to be like the center of the attention. And you don't need to have those, but some people love them. And then it's again, why? Do you have a wedding or something that you're going to really need that? We're going to shop it. And then, okay, you're only going to wear that once. So let's already plan where we're going to resell it. So it's more conscious. And I see in a lot of my clients, they do shop a lot. And after the process, it gets much more. Even they get like that consciousness. Wait, but does it really fit inside my closet? Or do I really need it? So it brings a whole nother level of consciousness to the whole process. And again, getting dressed is something we need to do every day. We want it or not.
Can you take us through your routine of getting
I love getting dressed. I feel better when I'm like, and it's a creative process for me.
Totally.
Usually I wake up and I have my workout clothes I planned the night before. Or if I didn't, I just go and plan the whole workout outfit. But I like to do that right after skincare mat. And then I go to do my practice. Work out, do all my things, and then I'll shower and I will get dressed for the day. And most of the days I'm staying home. I'm working from home. But I still like to put myself together somehow because I feel better that way. And again, it's not something exterior. Nobody's seeing me. It's something for me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself. Like I'm seeing myself. I'm not just like staying in pajamas the whole day. If that's your thing, it's fine. But like it makes me feel better to just put myself a little together there. And I feel like I just work better that way. It's something that elevates my energy.
Do you see you're drawn to different colors or styles based on your mood?
Yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, same.
Yeah. And also it's interesting because after getting back to fashion and doing a lot of closet edits and being on people's closet, I feel like I'm much more minimal right now. It's almost like I want to be more comfortable and just even more basic. I'm usually drawn to the basics, but like even more. I don't know why. I'm trying to understand that. But after working a lot with people and being inside people's closets, I just feel like I need to get less and less and less and less.
Because you're seeing all of this stuff and you're like, oh God. How often are you going through your closet? Or do you have a system in place? Like, how do you know when it's time to let go?
Honestly, I just come in here inside my Uber, I was writing down my own closet cleanup. What I want to do,
Really?
what I want to take. Yeah. So I'm planning a whole other closet edit. And I think now we are in August. We're getting a new season. We have a new season coming in soon. This is the perfect time to do a closet edit, especially because you're going to transition a lot of things. And I think in the society, there is a lot of pressure for you to shop when you have the season.
The new trends, styles, colors.
Exactly. Especially when you have that transition.
Yeah.
So this is the best time to have someone helping you going through that process more consciously.
Yeah.
And when I say consciously, it's not something spiritual, it's just like more intentionally. What do you actually need? Because I think this trend, it's so funny. Because if the trend speaks to your soul and you love it, go for it. I'm the first one, like, do you need help? I'm going to help you find the best option of the trend that you love. But if it doesn't, why am I investing? And always remember, money is energy, your energy. Someone had to put in the work to make that money for you to buy something.
Yeah.
So always try to think. I think people need to buy when the season changes and like, okay, now I need a whole new fall wardrobe.
And I think it makes us excited, like, to look forward to something. Like, I know for me, I really don't like fall, but I'm like, okay, maybe I'll feel better if I get like some cute sweaters and new shoes or, you know?
Yeah, but like I totally feel that. And I think that's why, again, it's the best time to do a closet edit.
Yeah.
Because then you see, okay, this is what I have. This still fits me from last year. And this is what I actually need to buy. So we're going to plan that buy and invest on things that you're going to be able to wear next year and or for a long time.
Do you swap out your seasons? Like, do you actually put away your summer clothes?
I do.
Okay.
I put them, I mean, in my house, I keep on my closet what I'm wearing or what that season is, and then I put in the basement all the other stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's where I go wrong. I don't do that, so I just feel very cluttered a lot of the time.
Yeah, because then you have, and that's another, I would say, mistake.
Yeah.
If you can't see everything that you have, you're always going to feel like you have nothing.
And you're too overwhelmed to even know what you have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you end up wearing the same clothes every day. And you end up feeling...
Or just buying new ones because you don't even know what you have.
Because then you want to buy a new one or you feel like you don't have anything. And then like you're spending the money and I'm like, oh my God, I spent it and I still don't have anything because as much more is put in there, less you're seeing them.
Yeah.
So it creates... And then you feel bad about yourself. It creates a hole.
Yeah.
I mean, it came through the fashion with intention, but I really believe that we should be putting more intention on our fashion game, on our styling game.
Yeah. And even, you know how I feel about the integrity behind the clothing, the materials we're wearing. It's all part of that. Like, that intention too, what we're wearing impacts our frequency. It could either work with us or against us, like anything else. So it's something else to take into consideration. And unfortunately, like, a lot of the high quality things could be expensive, but I think it's about having less but quality over quantity.
But I do think, and when I was in corporate, I was in the sustainability world. I honestly believe that the only way that we're going to make fashion more conscious is by bringing intention into our shopping.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
There is no other way. In the end of the day, things are being produced in the pace that they're being produced because we can get enough.
Yep. It's so true.
And if, as much as we try to buy more conscious, we're still...
Yeah. Do you have an idea of staples or things that are worth investing in for the next season? Anything that like you're looking out for?
Yeah. I mean, I would always say invest on building your we have many names for, but in your capsule wardrobe, on your, I call it smart.
What would that consist of, a capsule wardrobe?
So I think you definitely have to have your denim.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as girls, we love our denim.
Yeah.
Like a denim that fits you well. And again, we're always looking for that perfect denim, but it's experimenting. So trying different shapes. Of course, there are like different shapes that I recommend for each body type.
Yeah.
But go find your denim t-shirt. You need a white t-shirt or something like that. So denim t-shirt, a blazer, especially for fall. But I do love my blazers. I wear them all year round.
Yeah.
So a good blazer, good button down. So a shirt.
Love that too.
Yeah. And then I would just go for different shapes. For example, a denim that would like one more straight denim, one that is flared.
Yeah. How do you feel about like that barrel? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Well, I just had a brand sending me a barrel, and I'm like, excited to try, but not sure if this is going to work for me.
I'm excited to see them on
I love it.
It's just fun to have different options.
It was so fun. Yeah. I love wearing it. And it.
Did you try it on yet?
I did.
Oh, I want to see it.
Yeah. I posted it. I'll show it to you.
I saw that.
It was a different shape. I never thought it would look good on me. And I love it.
So cute.
Yeah.
Do you see that being a trend for fall?
Well, the shapes will change.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go for the trend.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like that word.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. If it makes you feel good, go. It's your trend.
Yeah.
Erika, the barrel makes you feel good. It's Erika's trend.
Right.
Because people are going to keep creating things, new things, so you can buy more.
Mm-hmm.
But again, pay attention. Is that something that actually fits me well?
Right.
Makes me feel good and makes me feel empowered and beautiful. Then go for it.
Right.
But always like step by step. Just make sure this is something you need. Fits you well. It's going to go well with your wardrobe, with the rest of the things that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and this serves for everything, we have this culture is just like.
Yeah, it's so fast. Everything is so fast.
And everything's just like, oh, I'm just, if I don't wear it, I'm just going to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then get a new one. And I think that's where the issue is.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, oh, I can get a new one. I can get rid of it. And we do that with things, people.
Yeah.
And we don't even notice.
It's so true.
Because we're not present.
Yeah.
Coming back to the practice.
Exactly.
See how everything is interwoven? You can't separate 5D from 3D.
Exactly.
It's all here. We are one. It's the whole system is one thing.
Yeah. And I love seeing businesses or ideas that turn into businesses being so connected to the spiritual realm as well, because I feel like that is such a big theme of the Aquarian age, where we're taking part in an industry that's existed for so many years, generations and generations, but now it's infused with intention and energy and consciousness that may have not have been there before. And it's truly like the evolution.
Yeah.
And the evolution of fashion in your case.
And this was my evolution as well.
Yeah.
Because when I was in the fashion industry a few years ago, I didn't have that mindset either. But it was my personal evolution that brought me to, if I'm doing this again, which I love, and I will never say I don't love fashion and I don't love the styling and all the things, I'm doing it with intention. And I want to bring that to my clients. Sometimes they don't understand what I'm actually talking about or bringing to them, but the shift, the energetical shift, they just feel better.
Yeah.
And feel more confident. And receiving those messages the day after or like a week after, so much easier to get dressed for work. I'm not spending as much time in my closet. It feels so much more decluttered right now. So I'm like, okay, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're doing it. step by step.
That's it. And it's great to have someone hold your hand during that, because it could be hard. It could be emotional. There's a lot of energy that's involved. So having that support is really special.
Yeah. When I'm doing my own,
you're like,
no, I asked my cleaning lady, like, can you please come
for support?
To help?
Yeah. Emotional support.
Because you're doing it's a lot. And again, you're looking at it and you're seeing clothes, but it's a lot of emotional baggage that you have there.
It's so true. Yeah.
If you think about it, it's fully emotional baggage. And that's why you should take care of it. Because it's emotional.
Right.
And again, I'm going to say, especially for women.
Yeah.
I think the way that the society and the planet is right now, it's weighing a lot on women.
Yeah.
And we need to take care of ourselves. And that's a part of it. You may think it's not, but it is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Being able to wake up every day, whatever size your closet, your wardrobe is, it doesn't matter. Being able to wake up every day because you need to get dressed and open that door and look at it and feel like, have clothes that I love and that I know I'm going to look good. I don't have to stay here and fighting with my body.
Yeah.
Fighting with myself to get dressed, which is something I have to do.
Yeah.
It's a little work that you put in that it's going to ripple on your days.
Pay off, and it's just more efficiency and more flow.
Exactly. And then day after day after day after day, it's like practicing every day.
Exactly.
It builds up.
Exactly. It motivates me so much. I have a lot of work to do, but I'm getting there.
I'm doing mine this week for sure.
Maybe we could FaceTime while you do it.
Oh my God,
and I could do it too at the same time.
Yeah. I feel like I did it a few months ago, but I feel like I need to.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be each other's support.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested, if they want to follow you to either tune into your content on Instagram, but also check out your services, where can they find you?
On Instagram, it's Reis Thornton. You share with them because this is like Brazilian name mixed up.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. We'll link your Instagram.
And you just send me a DM and
awesome.
Or go to my website, which is the same name.com, and then we'll chat.
Amazing.
I'd love, as much as and give me ideas as well. As much as this is great because I can share some of the people that I can't be personally with. But give me some more ideas. How can I share this and how can I help?
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you. Also, Anna has been on the podcast in the past, so you can listen to that episode. She also came on Evolve and did a whole session with us talking about closet edit and all the things we touched upon so much in that episode too.
Yeah.
So you can listen there. You can just search her name in the Evolve app and tune in there. But we'll definitely link your Instagram, your website.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you for being an amazing friend and a teacher and inspiration to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Satnam.
That was so good, Satnam. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as I have. Anytime Anna and I are together, we just love talking all the things from fashion to the most deep spiritual conversations around Kundalini and around all the unseen. So I'm glad that you guys were able to be here with us and listen in. I hope it inspired you in any way that you feel guided for it to. And I hope to see you back next time. As always, if you feel guided to rate and review the podcast or share this with someone who you think would enjoy it, please and thank you. That's how it helps the podcast to grow. Thank you so much for being here. May the longtime sun shine upon you. Satnam.